Hi, this is Lisa. In this video, we're going to continue talking about functions. We're going to graph a function and we're going to discuss the vertical line test. First, to graph a function, if you recall from earlier, we can do this on the calculator. If I go to my y equals screen and type in my function. Now here, f of x takes the place, my function notation takes the place of y. This is the same as saying y equals 3x minus 2. So on my calculator, if I'm graphing a function, I'm going to type that into the y equals screen. Y equals 3x minus 2. And I can graph it, and this is a straight line. Remember, if there are no exponents or radicals or variables in the denominator, we're going to get a straight line. So this is what it looks like on the calculator screen. If I do second table, it will give me some y values. Now these look like some pretty big y values here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and find some that have smaller numbers. Those look a little bit better, and I'm going to drag those down here so that I can see them. And what I was asked to find is when x equals -2, 0, and 2. So I can do that in this particular window here. Here x is -2, y is -8. X is 0, y is -2. And x is 2, y is 4. Now I can do those by hand simply by plugging my x values into my function, or I can use the calculator to help me do that. Now we've been given 3 points here, but remember in MyLabs Plus you only need 2 points to graph a line. So when you're in MyLabs Plus, it'll only allow you to graph 2 points when you're in that graphing tool with the line function. So here I'm going to graph my points by hand though. I'm going to do -2, -8. So -2, and then I'm going to go down to -8. There's my first point. 0, -2, 0, -2. And then I have the point 2, 4. So at 2, I'm going to go up 4. And if you're good, you can draw a line that goes through those points. And sometimes you need a straight edge to do that. That looks reasonably good. Don't expect hand-drawn graphs to be perfect. Okay, they will be perfect or look much nicer if you do them in MyLabs Plus. The vertical line test in evaluating functions. The graph of a function can be intersected at most one time by any vertical line. This is called the vertical line test for functions. So if I'm given graphs and I'm asked to determine whether they are graphs of functions or not, I can use my vertical line test. So on the graph, any vertical line, does it pass my graph more than once? Here's an example of a vertical line, and it crosses that graph one and only one time. Any vertical line that I draw is going to cross that graph just once. So this one, yes, it is a function. Example number 2. If I draw a vertical line over here, it crosses my function 0 times. But if I draw a vertical line right here, it crosses my graph infinitely many times. So no, if it does it 2 or more times, then it's not a function. Okay, 2 more examples. If I draw a vertical line out here, it crosses my function not at all. If I draw the vertical line here, it crosses in exactly one point. But if I draw a vertical line here, it crosses in 2 places. If it crosses more than once, it is not a function. In this last example, anywhere where I draw a vertical line, it is going to cross my function in one and only one place. This one will be, yes, it is a function. Sometimes you're asked to determine whether a function either in equation form or in function notation, f of x equals 2/5 x minus 5, is this a function, yes or no? And in this case, when I look at it, I think that's an example of a linear equation. It's going to be a line. I have x and y, but x is not in the denominator of my fraction. There are no radicals or exponents. If you need to, though, you can pull out your calculator, go to y equals screen, and graph the function. 2 divided by 5x minus 5. And if I graph it, there's my straight line. Okay, so is this a function? Yes, it is a function. It passes the vertical line test. If I look at the graph, any vertical line I draw will only cross the function once. And that concludes this video.